Dr. Paul speaking. Say hello if you're here. I'm going to start quiz real soon. I'm going to hit the first question in 5 minutes' time. I'm Dr. Paul. I'm old enough to be your dad. Well, for some of you. Now, try to do a couple of things here. I have come to this pretty late tonight. I just want to put this out on Twitter and Facebook. So I'll say going live right now, quickie quiz link, and then tweet. So that's that. Close Twitter, and then I'm going to go to Facebook, and I'll do my personal one, and I'll do Dr. Paul Facebook page, and then we'll be ready to start. So what's on your mind? It says, that's what Facebook asks you. What is on your mind? Well, self-promotion, Facebook, that's what's on my mind. Going live with a quick quiz right now. Link. Spell correct right, and then post. That's that. And I think that'll do. Now, let's get back to this, where we are. Let's see if anyone is here. Well, hello. Hello, Phil. Hello, John. Hello, Alan. Hello, Orla. First time playing. Good for you, Orla. It's really straightforward. It's a quick quiz. All you need is a pen and a bit of paper, right? And it's going to take just over half an hour. I'm going to hit the first question in about 3 minutes' time. So if anyone else sees fit to do a share, then that's much appreciated. Very welcome. Hit share. Challenge your friends. Say, hey, I'm about to do Dr. Paul quiz. Better get a better score than you. Just tell them, all right? And see if they take the bait and come and join in. You know what I mean? Now, I'm trying to move things around here so that I know what I'm doing, which would be nice, wouldn't it? If the quizmaster knew what he was doing, that would be a great thing. So hello, Phil. Hello, John. Hello, Alan. Hello, Orla. Yeah, first, I've not seen your name before. Skeffington. That's a top quality surname. Skeffington. I've got absolutely no idea the etymology of that. Can you tell us? Skeffington. Is it to do with boats? Is there a place called Skeffington? Sounds great. Right, I'm going to tell you what's going on. I didn't expect that to be green, but there you go. Live quiz starts soon. How to play is that we're going to pick a category. I'm going to get you to do that in a minute. No answers in the chat, please. I don't know why it looks so grainy tonight. I must have hit a setting somewhere, you know what I mean? Like computers, you know what I'm saying? Add up your score as you go. So I'm about to show you ex-husband, right? So you kept the surname. Interesting stuff. If I was to exit a marriage, I think I would be ditching the surname straight away. My surname is Diamond, and my wife and I chose Diamond. It's neither of our real names. We had different names. And when we got married, we kept our own names, but then we had a baby several years later. And at that point, we thought, well, it would be pleasant if we all had the same name. So neither of us was going to take the other person's name. So we thought, right, we'll come up with a new one, brand new name. So we thought for about 3 or 4 minutes to think of the coolest thing we could think of, which was Diamond. So that's why I'm Paul Diamond. I like it. It's cool as hell. Well, soon I'm going to go back to the old school, back to the original, or maybe get a new name. Just try a new name. That could be fun. Right, anyway, it's already 4 minutes past. Right, I'm about to show you the categories. Now, whoever chooses the category first will get the category. All right? I'm going to do 3 categories tonight. Three mini quizzes. So the first category we will do will be the first one that anybody shouts out. Okay, so as soon as you see the categories, as soon as you see the one you want to do, this quiz is called Rapido, by the way. There we go. There's the categories for tonight. Gods, rock music, the 21st century, rules of the game, mate, the 1970s, geography, Northern Ireland. That's been there for a few weeks now. And money. What are you going to go for? John's first. And he's got rock music. Right, okay. No problem. Jock, let me just get that open. So... yeah. See, the other night I had these all ready and waiting to go now. I've just got to do a little bit of jiggling here. That's cool. Hit that. Hit that. And then I've got to do a little bit more jiggling. I'm sure this system of mine could be a little more straightforward, but it's not too bad. I'm not going to complain. So what I've got to do is get rid of that. Get this here. Share screen. Select a window, and it's rock music. Okay. Rock music. Right, here we are. Fantastic. Okay, so rock music. Now, the quiz works like this. Make sure you've got a pen and a bit of paper. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You get 10 seconds only to answer every question. Make sure you say your answer or write it down or whatever you're going to do before I give you the answer. I'll give you the answer at the end of 10 seconds every time. Not at the end, just going to give you the answer every question. And you give yourself the points if you get the points. The first question is worth 1 point. Easy. Second question worth 2, and so on until we finish off with the 8, 9, 10 point question. And they're more difficult. That's the idea anyway. It doesn't always work out that way. And tot up your score as you go, and I'll ask you your score at the end. Ready? Here we go. Rock music. So you see the one up in the corner there, that is for 1 point. Let me just try and... can't seem to get this to fit the screen properly tonight. Anyway, doesn't matter. You can see the question. That's the main thing. Here we go. So, which group was fronted by Kurt Cobain until his suicide in 1994? And you see the timers counting down there. Way over in the corner. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. That's how much time you've got left. Once the time's up, which is now, then I show you the answer. Nirvana. Now, you all got that right, obviously. So that's 1 point for everybody. You see what I mean? And the scores go up. So this one's worth 2 points. Big voice. Who was the pop group Slade's lead singer? There goes 10 seconds. So Slade had a load of hits in the early 70s, had a bit of a comeback in the 80s. Fantastically powerful lead singer with a big voice. Time's up. That's Noddy Holder. Yeah! Baby, baby, baby! 2 points for Noddy Holder. 3 points now. Another frontman. What is the name of the singer and the lead guitarist with Dire Straits? He was born in Glasgow in 1949. There go the 10 seconds counting down. So who's the singer and lead guitarist of Dire Straits? The main guy, not any stand-ins or anything like that. I don't know if they've ever had any. There's the time up. It's Mark Knopfler. I think you say Knopfler. But you want to say Knopfler. 3 points for that, right? 4 points will be a 50-50 one. Which book includes a chapter with a title which was used by Pink Floyd as an album title? Was it The Hobbit or was it The Wind in the Willows? There goes the timer. So one of these books has a chapter, and the title of that chapter, Pink Floyd used it for an album title. Time is up. Choose one if you haven't already. It's The Wind in the Willows. It's Piper at the Gates of Dawn. The Piper at the Gates of Dawn is a chapter from Wind in the Willows, and it's also a 60s Pink Floyd album. 4 points for that one. Right, 5 points now, getting harder. Which US rock act has had UK top 10 albums, including Mechanical Animals in 1998 and The Golden Age of Grotesque in 2003? There's the timer. So an American band. Kind of shock rock sort of thing. Gothy type. Attitude. Zero timer left. The right answer is Marilyn Manson. All right, that's the name of the band. I used to think it was the name of the guy, but it's the name of the band. So 5 points for Marilyn Manson. Hope you're going okay. These questions are getting harder now. Rock opera. So which rock opera by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice features the song I Don't Know How to Love Him? I Don't Know How to Love Him. What's the rock opera by Webber and Rice that includes that song? Time's up. That's Jesus Christ Superstar. Literally the greatest thing ever written by a human. Or a pair of humans. Supermodels. Which member of Bon Jovi did the Czech supermodel Eva Herzegova marry in 1996? Was it the drummer or the keyboard player? So, supermodel, unattainable, you know what I mean? But if you're in a rock band, you can marry a supermodel. But was it the drummer or the keyboard player who got to marry Eva Herzegova? The right answer is the drummer. Tico Torres was his name. They split up 2 years later. But it doesn't matter. It's okay. 8 points. The 90s. Again. Which US rock band had 90s hits called Pretty Fly for a White Guy? And Why Don't You Get a Job? Which was a valid question back then. Nowadays, it's because there's no economy. But Pretty Fly for a White Guy and Why Don't You Get a Job? Both hits for who? Time's up. It's the Offspring. Pretty Fly for a White Guy. Do you remember? Right, 2 questions left. Getting hard now. 9 points. American bands again. Quite a lot of American stuff in here tonight. So which mega band from the USA's biggest hits from the 70s included Love Gun, Rock and Roll All Night, and Detroit Rock City? They were still playing live as of 2020. Their tour has been interrupted by the COVIDs. Oh, get timer on. So Love Gun, Rock and Roll All Night, archetypal title, and Detroit Rock City. Time's out. Did you get this one? It's Kiss. With the faces and the tongues, you know. And 10, right. What year? You've got to get this spot on to get the 10 points. No years either way, all right? So what year did Guns N' Roses release Paradise City as a single? There's the 10 seconds. So make sure you choose 1 year. If you're correct, you'll get 10 points for this one. But you've got to get it spot on because it's a 10-point question. Okay, we're out of time. Correct answer is 1989. Did you get it? Right. Tell me your added up scores. Add up your scores. What was your score? You got to tell me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a link at the end of the 3 quizzes to upload your score so I can do a league table for tonight's scores. All right. Listen, I don't think they were too hard, but then I kind of know about that stuff. So if you don't know music at all, that might have been pretty hard. Hopefully you'll get the category you want next time. We'll go back to the main board in just a second. In fact, let me stop the screen there. The quality of this picture tonight is really weird, isn't it? I mean, I'm drop dead gorgeous as usual, you know, but just a little pixely. Right, what we got? Jonathan got 25. Orla got 28. That's our first attempt. It's pretty good. 25. Lucky to get a kiss. Well, you must have known it somehow. If you guessed, you don't just guess kiss. You must have had a good idea. Phil got 38. Nice one, Phil. John says my category, but only got 30. Didn't get Offspring, didn't get Tico Torres, didn't get a year. What we all putting for the year? Did you get a year? Did you go too early? Did you go too late? For Guns N' Roses. Okay, we're going to go back to the main board. And whoever shouts out first we'll get in our category. All right, so here we are. So I'm going to get rid of rock music because we've done that. So Jock said 87, Phil said 86. Right. It was actually recorded early. It was on an album that came out in 87, but it wasn't released as a single. That's why it was in the question until 1989. Orla says Northern Ireland. Oh, no. You're beaten to it by Phil. Orla says Northern Ireland, but you were just beaten to it by Phil, who says 21st century. Right. Have I got 21st century open already, or what? No, I'm going to have to open it. Right. Let's see. Open. Computer. Rapido PowerPoints. 21st century. Open. Okay, very good. Right. Bad luck, Orla. I was kind of hoping somebody would get Northern Ireland because it's been up there for a few weeks. You know, and so far no one's chosen it. Now you see, I think Orla might be an Irish name. So maybe you are from the province. Maybe you were expecting a bit of profit from that. Not sure. Right, here we go. 21st century. I'm on 21st century. Well, see, that fits. That's better. Right, okay. I don't know why. I'm using exactly the same apps. Right, okay. All right, well, that's all very well. Phil, let Orla have her category. It's our first quiz. Nah, tough shit. I've got 21st century up on the screen now, and it's a big old fanny about getting it up there. So we're stuck. We're stuck with 21st century. Stop being all nice. Right, ready? Here we go. Right. First one's about Irish people. So which Irish actor played Alexander the Great in the 2004 film Alexander? There's the timer. Sorry, Phil and Orla. If I'd seen that before I was getting all this stuff up, I would have switched, but I got it on the screen. Right. There's the timer up for the 1 point question. It's Colin Farrell. We'll still have one category after this, after the 21st century. Let's see what happens. So 1 point for Colin Farrell. I don't think that was that easy, actually, for a 1 point question. Footballer. What nationality is or was the footballer Andrei Shevchenko, who played for Chelsea between 2006 and 2009? So even if you don't know football, you might just maybe recognize the type of name it is. Time's up. The right answer is Ukraine. Andrei, especially that spelling, it's quite Ukrainian. Shevchenko, definitely Ukrainian. So 2 points for Ukraine. I think these are already pretty difficult. 3 points. Who wrote the original novel of 2001, A Space Odyssey? So that's about the 21st century, but written a long time ago. Turned into a film, of course, 2001 Space Odyssey. How the computer times up. The original writer was Arthur C. Clarke. 3 points for that. We go nice and quick in these quizzes. Pandemics. Oh, pandemics, everyone's favourite. What common name was given to the H1N1 flu virus outbreak, which was declared pandemic by the World Health Organization in 2009? Was that bird flu or swine flu? Choose now. Everybody likes a pandemic. What a lot of fun, eh? Jesus. 0 seconds left. H1N1 was swine flu. Swine. Sweet. 5 points. Which male singer has had several #1 hits in the UK singles charts since 2010, including Please Don't Let Me Go, Dance With Me Tonight, and Troublemaker? Who's the singer? Male singer. Been on the charts since 2010. Please Don't Let Me Go, Dance With Me Tonight, Troublemaker. They are all hits by Ollie Murs. Did you get Ollie Murs in time for 5 points? 6 points now. Local politics. What kind of animal did Stuart Drummond dress up as in 2002 to win the election to serve as mayor of Hartlepool? Hartlepool's in the northeast of England. Stuart Drummond dressed up as an animal and kind of a novelty candidate, but amazingly got elected as the mayor of Hartlepool. He was dressed up as a monkey, specifically Hangus the monkey. Long story, but it's a Hartlepool thing, monkeys, right? 7 points, 50-50 question. The highest mountain on Antigua in the Caribbean was renamed in 2009 after which US president? Was it Barack Obama or John F. Kennedy? So the highest mountain on Antigua, which isn't very high, was renamed in 2009 for who? Barack Obama or John F. Kennedy? Correct answer is Barack Obama. I think it was called Boggy Peak, and they might have reverted to Boggy Peak now. I'm not quite sure. But for a while, it was changed to Mount Barack Obama or Mount Obama. 8 points, art theft. In 2004, The Scream by Edvard Munch was stolen from a museum in which city? This is more difficult. You know the one. The Scream. 2004. It was stolen from a museum in which city? Pick an answer for 8 points. Oslo. Edvard Munch is a Norwegian painter, and it is in Oslo, and I think it's been recovered. I think it's back there now. Happy endings, you know. Right, 2 big questions left. 9 points. Disaster. What was the name of the space shuttle that blew up in 2003? There goes the timer. It's not Challenger, because that was 1986. We've had 2 big space shuttle disasters. The one in 2003, time is up, is called Columbia. Disintegrated on re-entry. Bad scene. And the last one, emphasis. In the official title of the 2004 song, Everything is Awesome, from the Lego movie, how many exclamation marks are used? 10 seconds. So it's Everything is Awesome and then a number of exclamation marks. How many exclamation marks follow the title? Time's up. This is for 10 points. It's 3 exclamation marks. Hacha, hacha, hacha. Like that. Thanks, Janice. Janice is telling us that the painting is back in the museum. It's good to know. It's good to know such a source of deep depression is back in public ownership or public domain. Anyway, right. That was a real mixed bag, wasn't it? 21st century was the category. Film, art, music, sport, all sorts of stuff. What'd you get? What'd you get, folks? How much did you score? I've got no idea how I would have done that round. It felt difficult. 38. Nice one, Mr. Crawford. Hello, Alistair. 31 for you. That's good. I think the benchmark for this is like sort of, well, half of 50. What was half 55? 22 and a half. So yeah, 25 or above, probably a good result. 11 for Janice, 10 for Orla. Tough round. That was hard. 28. 28 still good. 35 said Russia rather than Russia, although Russia has invaded the Ukraine. Yes, they certainly have. Can't keep their mitts off it, can they? But Mr. Shevchenko is absolutely, definitely a Ukrainian. Played for Ukrainian. I was late, so I get a bonus for my birthday. Nah, don't work like that, Janice. I don't really do bonus points for this format. It's just real straightforward. Boom, boom, boom. Right. That was good. I think that was quite challenging. Let's see what happens next. Let's get a board back up again. First person I see picking a category will get the category they want. So here we are. Kaboom. And let me click 21st century, because we've had that. So, who's going to be first to pick a category? Are we going to get Northern Ireland, after all? Or are we going to get meat? Maybe the 70s. It's exciting, isn't it? Ooh. Oh, yes. Right, Phil. See, Phil's gone and done that. That's nice. Anyway, you don't get to choose, Phil, because you've already picked one. So we have to go to the next person. It's Mr. Doyle, who's also saying Northern Ireland. Nice work. All right. See that, Orla? Everyone's pleased to have you here, so they're chipping in there. Right, so Northern Ireland it is. Excellent. Let's get rid of that. And is it one of the ones I've got open? No. So again, I've got to open it. No problem at all. Just take a couple of seconds. Get this open now that I roughly know what I'm doing each time. Okay. There we go. Right. So stop that screen and then get this next screen on here. This will be our last quiz tonight. Just 3 quickies on a Tuesday and a Thursday. And there we go. There's Northern Ireland. Right. I might look at getting these in Google Slides. Let's just work a bit better with this system. Anyway, you all ready? Here we go. Northern Ireland. Everyone's favourite part of Ireland. So here we go. Roads. See, the thing is, for a Northern Irish person, some of these are going to be bloody easy, yeah? Hopefully for you non-Northern Irish people, these are going to be easy, some of them as well. Let's see how it goes. Roads, for 1 point. Which city has major arterial roads, including Falls Road and Shankill Road? So they are famous roads in which city? There's 10 seconds. And I know you don't need 10 seconds for that. I know you know that one. Come on. Okay, we're down to 0 on the time. It is Belfast. 1 point for Belfast. These should get more difficult. Which Northern Irish-born actor, for 2 points, played Professor Gilderoy Lockhart in Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets? Just makes me laugh at Harry Potter stuff, but Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets. Gilderoy Lockhart was a character played by which Northern Irish actor, or Northern Ireland-born actor? Kenneth Branagh is correct. 2 points. Right, number 3, politics. What is the name of the building that is home to the Northern Ireland Assembly? Which is, I believe, back in action. I'm not quite sure. They were kind of on vacation for a little while. They just couldn't work stuff out, but I think they're back in action again. So we're down to 0 seconds. It's Stormont. Just outside Belfast, I think. 4 points now. Right, here's a 50-50 one. What sport is played by the Belfast Giants? Is that basketball or ice hockey? There's the timer. So the Belfast Giants are a sports team, but what do they do? Is it basketball or is it ice hockey? We're down to 0 seconds. It's ice hockey. I hope you chose properly. You weren't dithering. You've got to watch that timer. 5 points. Industry. Which futuristic car was manufactured in Belfast in the early 1980s? This is an industry question. This was a major employer for a while. What was the name of the car that was built in Belfast? As DeLorean. Clue there is futuristic because it had the doors that go up like that. And it was in Back to the Future film. That car. 5 points for that. Number 6. Nimble Fingers. What could this be? Oh, yeah. Complete the nickname of the virtuoso Northern Irish musician James Galway. He was known as the man with the golden... What? There's the time. There's the countdown. So finish off that nickname. James Galway was the man with the golden something. He was the man with the golden flute. Played in marching bands when he was younger, but decided to become a top-class flautist instead. And was, when I was a kid, he was always on TV. Oh, there's James Galway. 6 points for that one. Country style. An Ulster chieftain is a type of what? A potato or a sheep? What is an Ulster chieftain? Is that a type of potato or a type of sheep? You're down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds. Time's up. Make sure you have decided. The right answer is potato. It's a big old potato. Actually, I don't know if it's big. It might be small. I'm not sure. 8 points for another sports question. Within 5 years, how old was the snooker star Alex the Hurricane Higgins when he died in 2010? So-called People's Champion, extremely popular snooker player, died in 2010. How old was he at the time? Get within 5 years. The time's up. So choose 1 year. Don't think of a range. Choose 1 year, 1 age. Correct answer is 61. So if you said between 56 and 66, then you get the points. Okay, the last 2 questions worth a lot of points, 9 and 10. Number 9, city status. Which town on the River Lagan in Northern Ireland, situated 8 miles southwest of Belfast, was granted city status in 2002? So it's outside of Belfast, 8 miles away. On the River Lagan, it was a town. Now it's a city officially as of 2002. Correct answer is Lisburn. And that's a more difficult one for sure. And then the last one should be pretty difficult as well. Again, you've got to get this spot on. Okay, so what year was the Good Friday Agreement signed in Belfast between all the various parties of Northern Ireland and the Irish government and the British government? What year was it signed in Belfast? You've got to get this spot on if you want those 10 points. 0 seconds left for this one. You've got to make up your mind. Have you made up your mind? Good. Here's the actual answer. 1998. Well, did you get that? See, I might have said a bit later for that one. Of course, all that's under question again. The Brexit and all that business. Hopefully everything will work out. What did you score out of 55? 32 for Alistair. Nice. Was that a hard round? I'm trying to work it out. Whoa, pipped by Mr. Doyle. 33 for the Doyle. Hey, Orla's got 46. All right. That was your category. Ooh. You went 1 year the other way, Janice. You would have finished with 35. That's the cruelty of 55 points format. 37 for Jock. That's pretty good. Phil's got 29. Well, there's no disasters in this round, by the looks of it. $41. New Year was either 89 or 98. I like how you're definitely sure it's one of 2 years that is 9 years apart. I guess you know the digits. Never seen Harry Potter. You're not missing anything. It's shite. It's just like there's this evil guy and he tries to kill the good guy. And that just goes on for years. And the bad guy never really kills the good guy. obviously. And you know that when you're reading the books or watching the films, because you know that it's all over if he kills a good guy. So, and you know that there's 7 books, and you're like, well, he's not going to kill him, is he? So 93 for the Doyle in total, 103 for Phil. I think the score's a little bit lower tonight. I'm going to give you the link to upload your score. I invite you to do that. Here's the link to upload your score. I'm just about to put it in the chat. Upload score here, and I shall make a little league table. Yeah, you're welcome, Orla. I'm here to inform and entertain. It's 84, pretty damn good. Alan's got 104. That looks like the best one so far. Okay, scores uploaded. At the moment, there's no prizes for this. I'm just doing this as a bit of a filler on Tuesday and Thursday nights. The format's called Rapido. I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to show you what's left on the categories. We're not going to do any more. Where is it? Here it is. So tonight we had Northern Ireland, went 21st century, which was a real mixed bag. And, oh yeah, rock music. The rock music was kind of the opposite of a mixed bag, wasn't it? It was quite a lot of 90s stuff, quite a lot of American stuff. Just give yourself an average, Alistair. You know what I mean? Thanks very much, Shiv. I'm Dr. Paul, by the way. I'm a quizmaster and I do this for tips. So if you think this was worth a tip, I'm delighted to get a tip. Whatever you think it's worth. Or what is great is if you share this with your friends and you tell them all about the quiz and you say, come and do it. Challenge them. Because the video will still be there on Facebook and on YouTube. So you can send them the video and say, look, I got this many. How many do you get? Because they can just play it. Yeah, a couple of you mentioned rules of the game. I won't tell you too much about what's in them, in the categories. Got any suggestions for any good categories? Any requests for categories you'd like to see next time? I've got my, I have my pen in anticipation of being offered or suggested some new categories. Musical instruments as a subject, says Alan. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. That's a good suggestion. How I tend to find the questions for each category is I've got my huge database, my very large database, by the way. Not to brag. But a lot of the questions have got tags on them. And actually, musical instrument is a tag that I've used a lot. So it should be quite a lot of good questions for that. Musical instruments. It'd be a good challenge for me to have 10 questions and all 10 are about different musical instruments. Even better if they represent the different parts of the orchestra equally. You know, the different areas of music or different types of musical instrument, not just different actual musical instruments, but different categories, you know, like your woodwinds and your strings. Beautiful harp. Must be some harp questions. Any other suggestions for categories that you want to see up there? Maybe, you know, they could be broad or they could be quite tight. British birds. Well, like Barbara Windsor. British birds. Ah! I used to know a guy from Falkirk. called Steve McCafferty, and I'd say, I do bird impressions. Give me a bird, I'll impersonate it. He'd say, all right. Crow. And he'd go, all right, okay. Ah! Oh, that's very good. Choose another one, he says. I says, all right. Peregrine falcon. And he goes, all right. Ah! Swan. Ah! Robin. Ah! Same one every time. Kind of worked. Classic horror novels. That'd be a lot harder for me to write because it's nothing I know anything about. Although that can be an interesting writing experience. Horror novels. Famous TV moments. Yeah, you know what? TV moments is a good name for a category. Guitarists. Zooming right into the musical instrument thing there. Guitarists. You know what? Guitars would be good rather than guitarists. Because then you could have questions about guitarists, but then you could have other questions about things to do with guitars, but off at a tangent, you know? Yeah, guitars. I think a whole round about actual guitarists might be a little bit tight. What happens, in case you're wondering, is that all the categories that are still there. So what we got? Gods, Rules of the Game, Geography and Meat, 1970s and Money. They stay there. They will stay there until somebody picks them. All right. So Northern Ireland was up there for quite a few weeks, and we finally got to see what the questions were. European cities. Yeah, I like that. We can't travel, can we? Just now, not really. So if we have a category like European cities, then it'll feel like we're just, you know, being cosmopolitan, getting out and about. It's like an easy jet to a quiz destination. Right. Thanks for doing the quiz tonight. Aye, Presidents of the USA. I think I wrote that down the other night. Presidents of the United States of America. By the way, who's going to win the election? Biden or Trump? What do you reckon? I think Trump's going to nick it. I think that Biden's just useless, you know? I don't think people like him. And that's what it comes down to. Okay, we've got your local shop. Whew. Now, Phil, you're in Lytham St. Anne's, round about there, I think. Near Blackpool. So is that right? What, the shop's shut? Or are you being told to stay indoors? How does that work? Were you in a place with somebody or have you got the COVID? Have you got the Rona? There's a prediction right there from Mr. Doyle. Nobody wins, we all die. Self-isolation. Let them. Aye, so what happened? Have you got it, or were you in the same place as somebody might have had it, or what happened? Contact of a positive test. Fuck that, man. So you got to stay in. How do you get food? Is it for 2 weeks? Have you got to stay indoors for 2 weeks? Everybody send Phil food. Can you get? I suppose you can get stuff delivered. Are you sharing a house? Has it been 3 days? And have you gone absolutely mental? Yeah. Like, even when it was the height of lockdown here, back in April, I was kind of okay with that. I was staying at my mum's at the time for a short time, and I was making sure I was getting out at least once a day. You're only supposed to go out once a day. I was sometimes going out twice, but there was nobody about. I would go out at night and just walk. It was brilliant. You got to stay until the 11th of October. I was in contact with them on Sunday. Was only contacted today, so started today. Ah, shit, Phil, that's awful. Well, I don't know. I haven't got any recommendations. I was about to recommend alcohol as a sedative. That same guy, actually, I was talking about, did the bird impressions. Like, when I knew him, he was kind of unemployed, you know, and because there was no big demand for his bird impressions. I don't think he might be sane. He used to get the Benelin, you know, like he used to get his gyro, the unemployment check for you kids. Don't know. And you cash it at the post office, and then that's it. That's all your money for 2 weeks. So he'd have this money for 2 weeks, and of course, you know, he'd bust it all on booze and ease at the weekend, first weekend. And then, you know, he'd eke it out, get a bit of food, and then he'd have no money left. He'd have like a fiver left or something like that to last a week. And what he always used to do was get Benelin with that last £5. Get a big bottle of Benelin. And he says, I just knock myself out for a week until the next gyro comes, because it's boring being awake and not having any money. So he just used to sedate himself. No, I'm not suggesting anyway that's a good idea. Still working from home. Well, it'll fill up part of the day anyway. Have you got kids there? Because that'd be shit. I'm doing everything I can to avoid anything like that happening, because I've got the kid here. You know, I need to be outside at least once a day, at least once or twice a day. You got a garden? No kids? Well, that's a blessing at this time, because otherwise you'd go nuts. Having kids makes you nuts anyway, but having kids and being locked inside a house, that's just going to blow your nut off. Right. Well, like I was saying last time, I'll ask you about it when I've got you on next. Maybe if you're on tomorrow night. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of here. The next quiz is tomorrow night. Friday night's always a good one, a big one. Lots of people. Listen, just put a bag over your head, Phil. Nobody will know. Go out for a walk. Like, surely. Fuck, I don't understand the rules anyway, but surely you can go out. You're not allowed to go out for a walk. Aye, thanks, Orla. Thanks for coming. Thanks for trying the quiz. Aye, there's different formats. This is the quick format. It's just bang, bang, bang with the questions. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is more a pub quiz experience. Quite good if you've got a team. Get your score uploaded. So Tuesday and Thursday is Rapido, and Monday, Wednesday, Friday is the pub quiz. You can win beer. There's prizes tomorrow night. Lots of great prizes. Thanks, John. Good night. Good night, Jonathan. You can be fined if they find out I've left home. That's ridiculous, isn't it? I don't, I mean, like, I'm no scientist, but it just sounds a bit crappy. I mean, it's like, who are you going to give the Rona to if you go for a walk and don't talk to anybody? Yeah, take care, Phil, indeed. Thanks for that, Alan. Right, I'm going to go and do the kids' homework with her, and then after that, I'll do the league table for tonight. So thank you everybody for coming by. Remember to tell your friends about the quiz. That's all I'm really asking for tonight. Donations, if you've got a donation, that's brilliant. But please tell people about the quiz, and I'll see you all later. Good night, and don't get caught, Phil. See you later. Bye.